social media companies unable to curb COVID-19 related misinformation, report. Social media companies are not doing enough to stop the spread of misinformation about COVID-19 on their platforms, a new report has found. A preliminary research from global civic organization Avaz found 240 pieces of fact-checked misinformation content about COVID-19 that had reportedly been liked, shared, and commented on more than 2.8 million times on spreading on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. UK Health Secretary Matt Hancock, very sorry, over COVID-19 rule breach after being pictured kissing aide. UK Health Secretary Matt Hancock was on Friday fighting to keep hold of his job as he apologized for breaching COVID-19 social distancing rules after a newspaper published photographs of him kissing a female aide from his department. However, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson is standing by his cabinet minister and has declared the matter closed after his apology. Sonu Sood launches volunteer program to facilitate COVID vaccination registration in rural India. Bollywood star and philanthropist Sonu Sood on Friday launched a new initiative COVREG that aims to create the world's biggest volunteer program for COVID vaccination registration in rural India. The initiative, powered by fintech major Spice Money, will onboard volunteers through its website. A statement said, Spice Money will provide the technological expertise for building the app. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella invites Apple's iMessage to Windows 11 Store. Report. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella has invited Apple's iMessage to the Microsoft Store, the media reported. In an exclusive interview with WSJ's Joanna Stern, Nadella spoke about the new operating system, called out app stores and invited iMessage to the Microsoft Store. While Nadella seems optimistic about a future where all developers and apps are welcome to the Windows software, no matter what, Apple has taken a different path. Action on account without giving user full context akin to platform taking judgment call. Co-CEO. Direct action on an account without giving the user the full context of the alleged violation and a chance to contest is akin to a social media platform taking final judgment call and not acting as an intermediary, Co-CEO Apramey Radhakrishna said on Friday. The comments by the top official of homegrown microblogging platform Ku came after Twitter briefly blocked IT Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad account. Delhi High Court declines to stay release of film based on Sushant Singh Rajput's exceptional life. The Delhi High Court declined to stay the release of movie Nyay, the justice purportedly based on late actor Sushant's life, in cinema halls and on OTT platforms, saying there is no unholy interest in the story of the man's life which was exceptional. A vacation bench said there is nothing to show that there would be any detrimental effect on Rajput's reputation by production of movies about his life based on what is available in public domain. Sameera Reddy gives fans real fitness motivation, shares weight loss progress pics. Actress Sameera Reddy took to social media on Friday to share a weight loss update. The actress aims to shed a few extra kilos by Diwali. Sameera shared a couple of photographs of herself on Instagram. In one photo, the actress is seen with a belly while she looks slimmer in the other. The actress wrote, "I've down an inch all over and that is because of the intermittent fasting and sugar control with dedicated yoga and badminton." More data needed to decide whether children can be inoculated, ICMR Chief. ICMR Director General Dr. Balram Bhargava on Friday said that pregnant women can be vaccinated against COVID-19, but more data needs to be available to decide whether children can be inoculated against the disease. ICMR Chief was asked a question on vaccination of children and pregnant women. On whether COVID-19 shots can be administered to children is still a debatable question, until enough data is available, Bhargava said. Director Anand Tiwari, actor Angira Dhar revealed photos of their secret marriage ceremony. After reportedly dating for over 2 years, actor-turned-director Anand Tiwari tied the knot with actor Angira Dhar in a close-knit wedding in Mumbai on April 30 this year. The couple revealed the good news on Friday with pictures from their wedding ceremony. Anand Tiwari and Angiradhar took to their respective social media handles and opened up about their intimate wedding. MS Dhoni signs Waste Woods in Shimla with Plant Trees, Save Forest slogan to raise awareness. Dhoni stayed at the Meena Bagh villa on his vacation in Shimla with family members and friends. The fans were blessed with some beautiful pictures of the adorable family and the scenic beauty of Shimla via the official Twitter handle of Sakshi and Ziva. Dhoni won hearts with his adorable gesture as he signed the Waste Woods in the villa while writing two important messages that read, "Plant trees and save forests." Deshmukh received 4 crore rupees from 10 bar owners for 3 months. The Enforcement Directorate on Friday carried out searches at the premises of Maharashtra's former Home Minister Anil Deshmukh in Mumbai and Nagpur in connection with a money laundering case. An investigation by the probe agency has unearthed a money trail of 4 crore rupees that was paid to Deshmukh by 10 bars owners in Mumbai for 3 months during his tenure. Telugu hit Nandhi to get Hindi remake, courtesy Ajay Devgan. Ajay Devgan recently announced his upcoming movie, which will be a Hindi version of the Telugu film, Nandhi. The actor-producer posted the news on social media, and also revealed that he has joined hands with Telugu producer Dil Raju to back the remake of this critically acclaimed film. Nandhi, a courtroom drama, released this year, to rave reviews and also put cash registers afire. Taj rated as strongest hotel brand in world. Tata Group hospitality firm Indian Hotels Company Ltd, IHCL, on Friday said its Taj brand has been rated as the strongest hotel brand in the world. According to the Hotels 50 2021 report by Brand Finance, Taj topped the strongest brands list for having stood resilient in spite of the challenges posed by the pandemic, besides other achievements. Usko jis cheez mein believe karna hai, kar lo yaar. Priyank Sharma on Vikas Gupta accusing him of bullying. In February this year, Vikas Gupta revealed he had filed a defamation case against Ace of Space winner Vikas Khokar. He has at that time also accused Parth Samthan and Priyank Sharma of bullying and had asked them to clarify the same. Priyank Sharma said Vikas would be the right person to answer the question. हम यहाँ पे काम करने आए हैं और उसी चीज का जवाब डट है. अपने काम से जवाब आता है हर चीज का, he added. To get rid of Virat Kohli as a captain at the moment would be an absolute crime against cricket. Graham Swan. The loss against the Black Caps in WTC has brought a lot of criticism for the Indian team and especially the skipper Virat Kohli. A few fans and cricket pundits demanding the resignation of Virat as a skipper. However, former England spinner Graham Swan is completely against this idea as he backed the Indian skipper to continue his stint as a leader. Swan believes that India will commit a blunder by sacking Virat Kohli. India's T20 captaincy should be given to Rohit Sharma. Monty Panessa. With India losing the inaugural World Test Championship final against New Zealand, the focus has again shifted towards Virat Kohli's captaincy. Former England spinner Monty Panessa feels that Rohit Sharma should be handed the leadership duties of India in the shortest format. Many have suggested that India should opt for the model to better utilize the resources and also shift some burden from Kohli's shoulders. Singapore-bound container ship catches fire in Indian Ocean. A fire broke out on a container ship sailing towards Singapore in the Indian Ocean, Sri Lanka Navy said on Friday, a week after a cargo ship carrying tons of chemicals sank near the country's main port in Colombo nearly a month after catching fire. Navy spokesperson Indica De Silva said the Liberian-flagged MSC Messina had left Colombo port on June 22 for Singapore. T20 World Cup 2021 likely to be played in the UAE from October 17, final on November 14, report. The ICC T20 Men's World Cup is set to commence from October 17 in the UAE, only 2 days after the Indian Premier League 2021 final currently scheduled on October 15. The suspended edition of the IPL has been confirmed by the BCCI to be held in the UAE from September 19 after it was to be postponed in May this year due to a spate of COVID-19 cases. UK. Indian woman admits stabbing daughter to death at home. A 36-year-old Indian woman in the UK has pleaded guilty to manslaughter by diminished responsibility after she admitted to killing her 5-year-old daughter because she was terrified of dying from COVID-19 and thought the little girl could not live without her. Sudha Shivanantham stabbed her daughter Sayagi at their South London flat 15 times before severely injuring herself on June 30 last year. India set to play 2 intra-squad games in Durham before England Test series. The BCCI officials had requested a first-class game as a warm-up for the England Test series, which gets underway at Trent Bridge, Nottingham from August 4. It is learned that the Indian Test squad will now reassemble in Durham in 15 days to prepare for the 5-test series as they will be playing 2 intra-squad games at the Riverside Ground in Durham before leaving for Nottingham. Israel brings back mask rule as COVID-19 cases rise again. Israel, a country praised for its handling of COVID-19, reimposed its requirement for masks to be worn in enclosed public places 10 days after the rule was lifted. The country is now seeing a surge in COVID-19 despite its successful vaccination drive. Israeli officials have blamed the Delta variant of COVID-19 first identified in India for the sudden surge in infections. DRDO successfully test fires indigenously developed rockets off Odisha coast. DRDO on Friday announced that it has successfully test-fired enhanced range versions of indigenously developed Pinaka rockets and 122mm caliber rockets from a multi-barrel rocket launcher, MBRL, at Integrated Test Range, ITER, Chandipur off the coast of Odisha. On Thursday and Friday, 25 enhanced Pinaka rockets were launched, in quick succession against targets at different ranges. Apple working on tamper-proof camera indicator for a headset privacy. Apple is working on a tamper-resistant recording light indicator system that could allow people around an Apple Glass or VR headset user to know if they are being filmed. The company on Thursday filed for 2 patent applications detailing external recording indicators, which are already used on devices like the MacBook Pro. Britain's $30.6 billion COVID-19 test and trace program still missing targets. Watchdog. Britain's much maligned multi-billion-pound COVID-19 test and trace system has improved but is still missing targets, and the results of millions of tests to find asymptomatic cases have not been reported, Parliament's spending watchdog said on Friday. The program, which was given a £22 billion, $30.6 billion budget, was launched by PM Boris Johnson in May 2020 to oversee testing of those who thought they had the virus. UEFA scraps away goals rule in all club competitions. European soccer's governing body UEFA said on Thursday it had approved a proposal to remove the away goals rule from all its club competitions involving men's, women's and youth teams, beginning with the qualifying phase of the 2021-22 campaign. The away goals rule has been applied when the score of a 2-leg tie is level on aggregate after 180 minutes, with the team scoring more goals away from their home venue declared winners. Rhea Chakrabarti comes out in support of Britney Spears. Rhea Chakrabarti has voiced her support for Britney Spears amid her ongoing legal battle to end her conservatorship. Free Britney, Rhea posted on Instagram story. According to Us Weekly, Britney Spears has been under conservatorship for 13 years. She was placed under legal guardianship in February 2008 after she suffered a public breakdown amid her divorce from Kevin Federline, with whom she shares sons Preston and Jaden. Shabana Azmi says she was not duped by Living Liquids, confirms online scam. Shabana Azmi has said that she was a victim of an online scam and the alcohol delivery platform she had mentioned in her Twitter post was not involved in the fraud. In a Twitter post, Azmi had said that she never received the prepaid order she had placed with the alcohol delivery platform Living Liquids. Later in the day, the actor said she has spoken to the owners of the platform and they have no link with the fraudsters. Pregnant women can be vaccinated against COVID-19. Union Health Ministry. The Union Health Ministry on Friday said that pregnant women can be vaccinated against the COVID-19. While addressing a press conference on behalf of the Union Health Ministry, Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR, Director General Dr. Balram Bhargava said, the Ministry of Health has given guidelines that the vaccine can be given to the pregnant woman. RBI extends restrictions on Punjab-based Hindu Cooperative Bank. RBI has extended the restrictions on Hindu Cooperative Bank Limited, based out of Pathankot, Punjab, in terms of withdrawal and deposit limits along with grant of loans, till September 24, 2021. RBI had first imposed the restrictions with effect from the close of business on March 25, 2019, under subsection 1 of Section 35A read with Section 56 of the Banking Regulation Act, 1949, AACS, in the public interest. NZ displayed skill and temperament required to be best test team in the world. ICC acting CEO Jeff Aladis has congratulated New Zealand on winning the inaugural World Test Championship, beating India in a riveting final at the Ageas Bowl in Southampton. WTC is the first major ICC trophy for the New Zealand cricket team since 2000, and an incredibly tight game saw New Zealand bowl out India for 170 in the second innings, leaving them 139 to chase for victory. My crime, I fought for breath of 2 crore people. Delhi CM over report on exaggerated oxygen requirement. Hours after a Supreme Court's audit team report stated that Delhi government had exaggerated its oxygen requirement by 4 times during peak of the COVID-19 second wave, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal said his only crime was that he fought for the breath of 2 crore people. People have lost their relatives due to oxygen shortage. Please don't lie, they are feeling bad, Kejriwal tweeted. Covishield, Covaxin work against SARS-CoV-2's alpha, beta, gamma, delta variants. Government vaccines Covishield and Covaxin work against SARS-CoV-2 variants alpha, beta, gamma and delta, while effectiveness tests against the delta plus variant is ongoing, the government said on Friday. There are 4 variants of concern of the coronavirus disease: alpha, beta, gamma and delta, with delta plus being a sublineage of the delta variant, which is also a variant of concern. Serum Institute has begun production of Covovax anti-COVID-19 vaccine, Ada Punavara. The first batch of Covovax, a COVID-19 vaccine developed by Novavax Inc., is being manufactured at the SII's Pune facility, SII CEO Ada Punavara said. Excited to witness the first batch of Covovax, developed by Novavax, being manufactured this week at our facility in Pune. The vaccine has great potential to protect our future generations below the age of 18. Trials are ongoing. Well done team at SII, Punavara tweeted. PAN Aadhaar linking deadline extended again by 3 months. The Indian government has extended the PAN Aadhaar linking deadline one more time. This time, the deadline has been extended by 3 months again to September 30, 2021, from the existing deadline for June 30, 2021. Minister of State for Finance and Corporate Affairs Anurag Thakur took it to Twitter to announce the deadline extension. Prior to this, the government has already extended the deadline thrice. Baba Ka Dhaba owner Kanta Prasad discharged from Delhi hospital, a week after he attempted suicide. South Delhi eatery Baba Ka Dhaba owner Kanta Prasad has returned home after being discharged from the Safdarjung hospital. The 81-year-old dhaba owner had attempted suicide on June 17. He had consumed alcohol and sleeping pills, following which he was admitted to the hospital. Deputy Commissioner of Police, South, Atul Kumar Thakur said Kanta Prasad returned home after being discharged from the hospital. Former WWE wrestler Melissa Coates passes away at 50, SmackDown star Bayley pens emotional note. Former WWE wrestler Melissa Coates passed away on June 23. She was 50-year-old and the cause of her death is yet to be ascertained. As per multiple media reports, the former wrestler had a major operation on her leg, which was amputated in order to prevent severe blood clots on her arteries. Coates is fondly remembered for her on-screen presence as a manager for ECW star Sabu in Impact Wrestling. Indore, Surat bags Smart Cities Award, Uttar Pradesh Best Performing State. The Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs awarded states, cities and UTs based on their performances under the Smart Cities Mission's India Smart Cities Awards Contest 2020. Uttar Pradesh was ranked as the best performing states in the country with respect to the Smart City Mission. Uttar Pradesh was followed by Madhya Pradesh and Tamil Nadu in terms of best performing states. Indore and Surat jointly shared the Smart Cities Award for Best Performance by the ministry. Pakistan continues to remain in grey list of FATF, says FATF President Marcus Pleer. Pakistan continues to remain on Financial Action Task Force or FATF's grey list even as it is still to implement its action plan. The country has to work towards complete implementation till the next FATF plenary meet that will take place from 17th to the 22nd of October. It is now 3 years since Islamabad has been on the anti-terror financing body's grey list. Now, Shashi Tharoor claims his Twitter account was temporarily locked. Just hours after Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad reported that he was denied access to his Twitter account temporarily, Congress leader Shashi Tharoor too claimed that his account had been locked. Briefly, taking to Twitter, Tharoor said that he was blocked from his Twitter account for a copyright violation over a video he had posted of a dance performance featuring the popular song Rasputin. McAfee antivirus software creator John McAfee was not suicidal. His widow. McAfee antivirus software creator John McAfee's widow has said that the late entrepreneur was not suicidal. His widow Janice said that she blames the United States authorities for his death inside a Spanish prison near Barcelona. McAfee was reportedly awaiting his extradition to the United States. Notably, hours earlier his suicide. A Spanish court had issued a preliminary ruling in favor of the 75-year-old tycoon's extradition to the United States. Health Ministry dispels rumors, says COVID vaccines don't cause infertility. The Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare on Friday dispelled rumors that COVID vaccines cause infertility, saying that most of the people who receive the shots do not face any side effects post-inoculation. But it does not mean that the jabs are not efficient. COVID vaccines do not cause infertility, the Health Ministry said in a statement. 48 cases of COVID-19 Delta Plus variant found in India, 20 from Maharashtra. Government. The government on Friday claimed that the Delta Plus variant calls for caution and not panic as its virulence and transmissibility are still being investigated. So far, India has reported 48 cases of the Delta Plus variant, with most of these cases being reported from Maharashtra, followed by Kerala and Madhya Pradesh. The new Delta Plus variant formed due to a mutation of the Delta or B.1.617.2 variant. Defending champion Simona Halep withdraws from Wimbledon 2021 with calf injury. Defending champion Simona Halep pulled out of Wimbledon on Friday after failing to recover from a calf injury she suffered last month, the world number 3 Romanian said. In May, Halep exited the clay court event in Rome after suffering a calf injury during her second-round match against Angelique Kerber and was subsequently forced to miss the French Open. Twitter accepts it barred Ravi Shankar Prasad from accessing account, says was responding to copyright claim. Twitter confirmed the claim by Union Electronics and IT Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad that it had denying access to his account for almost an hour. We can confirm that the Honorable Minister's account access was temporarily restricted due to a DMCA notice only and the reference tweet has been withheld, Twitter said. Per our copyright policy, we respond to valid copyright complaints sent to us by a copyright owner, a spokesperson said. TV actor Anirudh Dev discharged from hospital after battling COVID-19 for 55 days, shares recovery pic. Popular television actor Anirudh Dev, who had been battling COVID-19 since April 23, got discharged from Chirayu Hospital after 55 days on Friday. He was diagnosed with coronavirus on April 23, 2012, while shooting for a web series. Later, on May 1, his friend and actress Astha Chaudhary had informed fans that he had been admitted to the hospital and was in a serious condition. I noticed it during the IPL. Aaron Finch undergoes eye surgery to correct his blurry vision. Limited overs skipper of Australia Aaron Finch revealed in the latest turn of events that he underwent eye surgery to fix his blurry vision. However, the correct extent of his recovery will only be known when he will be up for his next assignment, which will be their tour to West Indies next month. I noticed it during the IPL. One day it just sort of changed, and it turned out to get a little bit worse, Finch said. Kumkum Bhagya actor Zeeshan Khan calls Air India staff a bummer after his failed bathrobe stunt. Kumkum Bhagya actor Zeeshan Khan tried to make a Guinness World Record by traveling in a bathrobe but unfortunately couldn't. Air India authorities didn't allow the actor to travel from Goa to Mumbai in a bathrobe and called the airline a bummer in his YouTube video. He said, "Well, I feel we have one life and we should completely make the most of it. Who decides it's inappropriate to wear a bathrobe in public?" TikTok trying to convince government to lift ban by complying with IT rules. TikTok has been meeting with Indian government officials and is hopeful that the ban on it will be lifted, as it has told the authorities that it will fully comply with the new IT rules, according to a report by the print quoting anonymous sources. Moreover, the decision of US President Joe Biden to scrap Trump's order seeking to ban the app has also given hope to TikTok that global sentiments towards it will improve. Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Andy Murray selected for Great Britain. Andy Murray has been selected for Great Britain's tennis team at the upcoming Tokyo Olympics. The 34-year-old, who has been given a wild card at the 2021 Wimbledon event, will play in the men's singles alongside Dan Evans. He will also team up with Joe Salisbury in the doubles event. Former world number 1 Murray will be aiming to win a third consecutive Olympic gold medal. He won gold medals in 2012 and 2016. Surge and Nexus set to invest $6 million in OneCode at over $20 million valuation. New age affiliate and social commerce platform OneCode is in late-stage talks to raise its maiden institutional funding round from Nexus Venture Partners and Sequoia Capital's Surge Ventures, said two people aware of the details of the transaction. OneCode connects e-commerce companies with resellers, like you and I, to sell their products and services to trust-deficit and less tech-savvy users. China launches first bullet train in Tibet. China on Friday operationalized its first fully electrified bullet train in the remote Himalayan region of Tibet, connecting the provincial capital Lhasa and Ningxi, a strategically located Tibetan border town close to Arunachal Pradesh, India. The 435.5 kilometers Lhasa-Ningxi section of the Sichuan Tibet Railway has been inaugurated ahead of the centenary celebrations of the ruling Communist Party of China, CPC, on July 1. I think that backfired as mostly it does. Sanjay Manjrekar on Ravindra Jadeja's selection against New Zealand. Sanjay Manjrekar was disappointed with Team India selecting Ravindra Jadeja in the playing 11 for the World Test Championship final. Manjrekar stated that the decision to play Jadeja, the batsman, backfired like it always does, as there wasn't much turn on offer for the southpaw to exploit with the ball. Jadeja was picked for his batting, and that is something that I am always against, he said. Saurabh Chaudhary clinches bronze at ISSF World Cup. Saurabh Chaudhary opened India's account at the ISSF World Cup in Croatia with a bronze in the men's 10 meters air pistol event after the country's shooters endured a modest opening day on which podium finishes eluded the likes of Manu Bahakar and Elavenil Valarivan. 19-year-old Saurabh scored 220 in the final after qualifying with a score of 581. Manu finished 7th in the women's 10 meters air pistol event. Lenskart launches Vision Fund will invest up to $2 million in selected eye care D2C startups. D2C eyewear brand Lenskart has launched Lenskart Vision Fund, wherein the company plans to invest up to $2 million in each of the selected startups that are synergistic to the eyewear, eye care and omni-channel retail sectors. In addition to the infusion of capital, select startups will benefit from Lenskart's market access via 700+ retail stores and online channels across India, Singapore, Middle East, and the United States.